Money laundering. Why are there so many mattress stores? To be fair, I don't ever see people in mattress stores. Like I feel like everybody orders them online, low key, or at least a good amount of people. Because like I don't even see like mattresses strapped on the top of cars anymore. I don't see like any of that. Like I used to when I was younger, but like now I definitely haven't seen it in a minute. I'll be so for real. And I live by a couple of mattress stores too. So like whenever I'm on the main road, like I would expect to at least see one or two every at least every once in a while, but I just never see it.
This has been by far and away the most requested topic of all time. Today we're talking about mattress stores and why they're absolutely everywhere, because let's face it, if you've been on the internet for like 5 minutes in the past 10 years, you've probably seen the memes or seen the Reddit threads or
Yeah.
any other number of things where people are convinced that mattress stores are a front for laundering money, right? I mean, that's the only plausible
It's like Arby's. It's obviously like Arby's. It's just a money laundering thing.
explanation, because there's literally mattress stores across the street from mattress stores. You've been in a mattress store, you've never seen any other customers there ever. The average person buys a new mattress once every 12 years. Why is there 17 mattress stores in a town that's got 30,000 people? It doesn't make any sense. So after receiving thousands of comments to look into it, I have finally looked into it, and I have come to the conclusion it absolutely is not money laundering, but they're definitely up to something. And to be honest with you, it's kind
I just realized, hold on. He said once every 12 years. Is that like should you be replacing your mattress sooner or is that like the like right given time? What's the lifetime of a mattress technically? Like in technical, how long should a mattress last?
of genius, and we're going to get into it right after word from our sponsor.
Delete.
What is happening? Go ahead, show them your Christmas presents. My little Transformers. All right, get out of here. All right, you guys know the deal. Delete
That
Me,
kid shit
online
himself.
subscription model. You give them money every month. They turn around and make sure that data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information. What does this actually do in practice? It gets rid of a bunch of robocalls and spam emails. And on top of that, your personal info isn't just floating around the internet for anybody to be able to buy for a couple of bucks. Ken, I know what you're thinking, because I thought the same thing. I don't want to give Delete Me all my personal information either. I'm trying to get my personal information off the internet. Why would I give it to an internet company? You don't really have to give them your personal information. It's honestly kind of creepy. I gave them my name and my email address, and that was it. They came back to me a couple days later and was like, is this your address or one of your previous addresses? It was. Is this your mom's full name? Uh-huh. Is that your dad's full name? Uh-huh. Are you related to this person? Did you go to this high school? They knew everything about me and knew exactly who I was just by me giving them my name and my email. All I had to do was answer a couple of yes or no questions as to whether or not that was in fact me, which it was, at which point they're like, cool, go ahead, pay for our subscription service. We'll go to all the data brokers where we found this information and force them to delete it. And as long as you keep being a paying member, they will continue to monitor all these data brokers for your personal information, and if these data brokers do acquire it again, they will force them to delete it again. Not only does this mean your personal information isn't floating around on the internet, it also means you're going to get less telemarketer phone calls, you're going to get less spam emails. In my opinion, it's definitely worth it. I've been using them since before they were paying me to talk about them, and I'm going to keep using them after they quit paying me to talk about them. If you want to give it a try, I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. Okay, mattress stores, laundering money. I'm going to be honest with
Easy.
you, I've avoided...
Just don't put your information on random like shit. I don't know. A lot of people complain about spam calls, but I don't get them. I really don't. I don't get a lot of spam calls, and I like might occasionally every once in a while get like a spam text, but it's not anything like super common.
Making this video for like several years now, because I've known the entire time that they weren't laundering money. I knew they were up to something, but I knew it wasn't that, because at face value, it didn't make any sense.
Nah, they are laundering money. What are you talking about? Slash S. I swear. Slash S.
And I knew that because I know what money laundering is, and the average person doesn't really know what money laundering is. They like kind of have a general idea and they know it's bad, so it just like is an easy plug and play answer to justify things that they don't understand. Okay, basically everything looks like a conspiracy theory if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's pretty much what this amounts to.
Except Arby's. I know what I'm talking about. Arby's is a laundering front. I swear. /S.
Okay, so let's know what we're talking about. What is money laundering? Money laundering, laundering, like cleaning, like doing laundry. Basically, you're taking dirty money and you're making it clean. Dirty money, obviously referring to money that you've acquired through illegal means like prostitution or selling illegal drugs. Clean money, referring to like honest, hard-earned money that you got from your W-2 paying job.
For the rest of my money. And look at the piece Uncle Sam getting. With that much money, y'all at least take me out to dinner and tell me I'm pretty.
So simply put, money laundering is just basically taking money that you've acquired through illegal means and making it appear as though you earned it legally in the eyes of the government. Why is that important? Well, because hypothetically speaking, let's say that you're a drug dealer and you make $10 million a year selling illegal drugs. You now have $10 million in cash and you can't really do anything with it. You can't put it in the bank. You can't go buy a house. You can't go buy that Ferrari or that Lamborghini you wanted, because the second you start spending millions of dollars a year, the IRS is going to pop up and be like, what? Where the fuck did you get all this money? You don't even have.
Well, yeah, but like, see, I don't get how you just buy all that. Why don't you just buy like a new phone? Or buy a bunch of Pokemon cards with cash at a card show. And then resell them. And then be like, oh, this was my childhood collection. I'm not endorsing this. I'm not endorsing this. We make money by legal means here. Whoa. Oh no, wait. They knew. They made my VTuber stop working. They knew. They knew. Hold on, chat. We make our money by legal means. Okay? Right? All right, let's
have a job. And then they find out that you got it by slinging dope. They confiscate all your money. They throw your ass in prison. It's game over. So if you want to be able to spend all that dirty money, you got to clean it and pay taxes on it to make it appear as though you earned it honestly. And the way a lot of people have done that historically is they'll buy a laundromat or a car wash. They'll buy a business that has a very high volume of sales that isn't a very high dollar amount per sale, and then they can just artificially inflate the number of sales that they had. So for example, the TV show Breaking Bad, right? Walter White, the main character, he's dealing meth. He's making like $7 million a year. He needs to come up with a way to justify to the government how he made that money. So his wife buys a car wash, and then that car wash is how he claims that he earned all that income. And the car wash is a legit business. It's a real car wash. They're actually there. It has employees. They're washing cars, but his car wash only washes like say 20 cars a day. And he goes through and rings it up as though they washed 100 cars a day, and then to pay for those other 80 car washes, he uses his illegal drug money, and then he gets to tell the IRS, I washed 100 cars, here's how I came up with this money, and he does that every single day on a loop, repeat over and over again, till he justifies all that drug money.
I gotta do it, man.
And this is pretty much how I knew that all these mattress stores weren't being used for laundering money, because it doesn't line up with the business model, right? If you're wanting to launder money, you want to be able to say, I washed 100 cars today, when in reality you only washed 20. You can't really do the same thing with selling mattresses because there's a paper trail. Okay, think about it. If you get audited by the IRS and they're like, I don't think you actually washed 100 cars. Cool, fucking prove it. I said I did. I typed it into the cash register. Guess what? I did. The end. They can't prove shit. If you turn around and try doing it with mattresses and you're like, I sold 100 mattresses on Tuesday, all they have to do is go to the mattress factory manufacturer that you buy mattresses from and be like, hey, how many mattresses has this guy sold this year? How many has he bought from you? Oh, he's bought 100 mattresses this entire year and he's telling me he sold 20,000 mattresses? Obviously, he's fucking lying. Game over. You lose. The end. Buh! Couldn't they also look at all the cleaning supplies that you didn't use for your car wash and know that you weren't actually cleaning that many cars? Buh! Yeah, sure, they could, but I mean, think about it. It's fucking soap and water. Just buy enough soap to wash 100 cars and then dump all the soap that you don't use down the fucking drain. Ta-da!
It's also like you can buy a lot of soap, but you can water down a lot of soap to cut costs. So, who's really the big brain here? Who's really saving money now? Right?
Evidence is gone. Okay, do that with mattresses. You've got to explain why you're taking 7 semi-loads of brand new mattresses to the landfill every fucking week, and they're gonna catch your ass. Okay, on top of that, another reason money laundering selling mattresses doesn't work is because mattresses are like anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, and the average person only buys one mattress every 12 years.
Is that what I think it is? Customers.
Meaning that if you're trying to launder money by selling mattresses in your mattress stores in a town with 50,000 people, and over the course of a decade you sell 180,000 mattresses, that's going to raise some eyebrows, whereas something like a car...
So how do they keep costs low then? Because I know that, like, you probably only have one employee on the floor, or two max. Two max. But how do they make money? Like $1,000 to $5,000 on a mattress, and you're buying one every 10 to 12 like, employees have to be on commission, right? And a really low hourly, like, that's what it has to be.
wash or a
I
laundry
wouldn't know.
mat
I've
home,
never
because
worked
guess
at a
what?
mattress
People
store.
are washing their cars hundreds of times. People are doing laundry every fucking week. Like, this is a recurring thing that you can justify. This is why doing money laundering via selling mattresses doesn't make any sense. So the entire conspiracy theory that mattress stores are a front for laundering money, complete fucking nonsense. No, they aren't, okay? That doesn't change the fact they're definitely up to something. We agree on that. Because they're everywhere, right? It's insane. I live in a town of 35,000 people. We've got like 7 mattress stores inside of this town. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There's literally mattress firms across the street from other mattress firms. Like, they're definitely up to something. And it took me a little while, but I finally figured out what they're up to, and it's completely legal, but it's also brilliant. It's just one big real estate play. That's the entire business model. They don't actually give a shit about selling mattresses. They just want to occupy high-value real estate for 10 years and then sell the lease. Okay, so here's how this works start to finish. Basically,
What?
a real estate developer comes into a town. This is a growing town. He wants to go in there, spend millions of dollars, and develop this new shopping center area. You know, there's going to be a Walmart there, and a Best Buy, and a Kohl's. And while he's building those 3 buildings, he's also going to build a bunch of blank slates, right? All the little strip malls around it. Maybe there's going to be a Verizon and a chiropractor and some little boutique, whatever the fuck. All those blank ones that are going to fill up later.
You have my sword, and you have my bow.
And my axe.
So a mattress company, like hypothetically
Not the
Mattress
Spirit
Firm,
Halloween.
will go to this real estate developer and be like, hey, I run Mattress Firm. We want to put a mattress firm inside this shopping center. We're willing to sign a 20 or 30-year lease right now that we will be there for the next 20 or 30 years. On top of that, we're a mattress store. I don't need much. I'm not like cooking food. I don't need extra ventilations for like oven hoods. I don't need anything fancy. I literally just need a big open room because I'm just going to set a bunch of beds in it with one cash register, and I'm going to have one employee sitting there dicking off on their phone while they get 3 customers a day for the next 30 years. This means low building costs for the land developer, and it's a guaranteed income for the next 20 to 30 years, so they're willing to give Mattress Firm a really good deal on this 20 to 30 year lease. And this is why you'll see a mattress firm across the street from another mattress firm, because if it's a big enough shopping facility, they'll occupy multiple spots because, again, they're not actually there trying to sell mattresses. They just want to hold that location as long as possible until the property value goes up. That's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to break even for like 5 to 10 years, right? And mattresses have anywhere from a 50 to 900% markup. So these mattress stores really only
That's
need to
so
sell
crazy.
3, 4, 5, 10 mattresses a week or a month to be able to break even and pay their cost. And then 5, 10 years down the road, once that town has continued to grow and businesses are coming in and cycling out, you know, like this boutique came in, it went out of business. Now there's more people in town, so they're bringing in a Subway. But now Subway is going to pay a higher lease rent because because there's more people in that area, there's more shopping, the property value is always going up, but Mattress Firm is still locked in with that original 20 to 30 year lease at a fixed price, so they're paying way less than everybody else. It is at this point that they flip the script and they leverage the fact that their business fucking sucks, right? Nobody ever goes to a shopping center because they want to go to Mattress Firm. You know what I mean? They're not bringing in any foot traffic. Like, you know, there's a big shopping center, there's a Walmart there, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna
He's got a point here. And low key, this is kind of, not even kind of, this is so smart. However, like, I guess you're also kind of gambling because, and we love gambling, but like, what if the town doesn't really grow? Like, I guess as long as you're cutting it even, you're fine. And eventually, like, the spot will pop off. But it's not, I don't think it always works like that. Granted, like, yeah, the population is always going up. And cities are always growing. But, like, there are places where that's just not the case. Where, like, populations aren't necessarily growing and they're just getting older. And that might not be, like, a super big deal in the US, like, in a lot of places in the US. But there have to be, like, a handful of communities where it just is like that.
to go grocery shopping, and while I'm going grocery shopping at Walmart, I'm also going to stop by Kohl's, and while I'm there, I might as well stop at Verizon, and then we'll have lunch at Subway. So these shopping centers all kind of feed on one another, but Mattress Firm doesn't contribute anything to that, which is actually lowering the property values. So in the eyes of the real estate developer, the guy that actually owns the building, he's like, man, they're locked in for the next 20 years, but I wish I could get some other business in there, like a doctor's office or a dental office. Somebody that's bringing in foot traffic, because when that foot traffic comes in, statistically, 1 out of every 5 people isn't just going to go to the one place they went there for. They're going to stop at some of the other stores, and that's going to raise all my property values that much more, and then I get to charge everybody even more rent. So Mattress Firm, or whatever the mattress company is, then goes to the real estate owner and is like, hey, I'm willing to sublease this out to a dentist or a doctor or some other store that's going to generate more foot traffic. I get to keep the money. I'm paying, $1,500 a month rent, $2,000 a month rent, whatever it is. Currently, that's valued at $4,000. So I'm just going to pocket that $2,000, and then you're going to let me do that because you're also generating all this foot traffic and you're going to make your money up on the rest of it. The other option is I'll just keep my Mattress Firm here for 20 fucking years and we can all suffer together.
No, don't like that.
At this point, pretty much one of two things happens. The real estate owner agrees.
So you're a hostage. They have turned the person who leased them the building into their hostage. This is like when I tried to take Rod through a dungeon or a raid. Or when I pull Rod into my Marvel Rivals game. I am taking him as hostage. And essentially the Mattress Firm is taking the realtor as a freaking hostage.
To let the mattress company do this, either letting them sublease or selling the lease outright for this discounted rate because they know that they're going to make money off the property values of increased foot traffic. Option B, that's not good enough for the real estate owner. They don't just want to make more money by increased foot traffic and increasing the rest of the property value. They also want to be able to charge fair market value on rent of that location. So instead of letting the mattress company make a bunch of money over the course of the next 2 decades by subleasing or selling the lease, they turn around and they're like, no, I'll just give you one big bulk sum of money so I can break the lease, then I can turn around and rent it for whatever I want. Basically, the real estate owner has to just pay them to leave. Like, the entire business model is just being like barnacles for shopping outlets. Like, I'm just gonna get here and I'm gonna fucking live here and survive and be a pain in the ass for everybody. And if you want me to leave, it's gonna cost you. Okay, but that's like the small case-by-case basis, right? That's not where the real money's getting
smart.
made, right? You gotta
It's
realize
actually
there's
so
a
smart.
certain amount of convenience in the fact that they own thousands of locations in every major city all over the entire country. And that's not an exaggeration. Like, to put it into perspective, there's like 17,000 Starbucks in the United States. There's somewhere between 15 and 18,000 mattress stores in the United States. So where they make a shit ton of money is being able to leverage and bundle all of that together.
I kind of wish that he, you know, would have an actual source to this, because I would personally like to see this. I guess AI overview is okay as a source. I don't know. I would personally want an actual source. That's just me, because I'm also just a nerd. And now I'm really interested in this topic, and I just really want to see like the actual statistic here. But that's just me, I think.
Okay, so hypothetically, say there's a new urgent care clinic that wants to open up locations all across the United States. They want 500 locations in every major city all over the US. They've got pretty much three options. Option A, they can go and do 500 different leasing agreements with 500 different businesses all over the US, and it's going to take forever and be a fucking nightmare negotiating 500 times. And if that's the route they go down, they go in, they then have 500 different construction projects, right? Because all 500 different locations aren't going to be the same thing. They're taking over a frozen yogurt spot in this town, a Subway in this town, a dental office in this town. They've got to go in, re-gut everything, and build it from the ground up on the inside. Option B, they can build their own facilities brand new from the ground up, but that's an even worse option, because now they have to go in and they have to deal with 50 different states that have 50 different laws, and then inside of those 50 different states, they've got to deal with 500 different cities that have their own municipal laws with different codes every single time. They have to get everything rezoned for the right zoning. Then they have to go build and construct it, and the entire thing is going to take years. Option C, they can go to this mattress company that's got retail locations in all 50 states and all the locations that they already want, and all their locations are, again, already gutted. It's just a big empty fucking room. It's basically, they get to move right in, everything's already zoned, everything's up to city code. They get to wheel out the mattresses, wheel their shit in. If they need to build a little something, they just throw it up in there, and they can be up and going in a couple of months. And with these humongous deals where it's like hundreds of millions of dollars going into an investment, time is money, so they're willing to pay a humongous premium for the convenience that this mattress company is offering them, so mattress company makes a shit ton of money.
I'm learning
that's
so
the business
much
model.
about
They're
this
not laundering
business.
money. They're basically scalping retail real estate. That's essentially the entire business model. Imagine you're playing Monopoly, except every spot on the board has a fucking mattress firm, and if you want to put a hotel there, you've got to buy
Wait,
mattress
he's
firm out.
so
That's their
right.
plan.
He's so right with that analogy. Hold on a minute. They are just the bitch that I hate when I'm playing Monopoly. The person that I always have to pay out to.
This is bullshit. All right, take it easy, man.
It's basically the retail version of a slumlord, right? That's what slumlords do. They go in, they buy up a bunch of single-family housing. They just try to break even on it for 10, 15 years. Once the housing market's gone through the roof, they then turn around, sell the houses. That's where they make all their money. Mattress Firm is doing the exact same thing with retail shopping locations. That's it. So in conclusion, mystery is solved. Mattress companies, while they are absolutely everywhere, they're not up to something nefarious. They're not doing anything illegal. They're not a front for laundering money for the cartels. They are quite literally just scalping retail real estate. Myth busted. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon. All that's available over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
So they are a money laundering scheme. That is what I have taken away from this video. Yep,